We're diving in.
We're diving in. Go ahead, D. Dot.
Oh wait, dive. Diving.
You're supposed to go backwards.
No, you can go foot forward. You got to put your foot in. Yeah.
All right. We're recording. Okay, it is November 9th, I think. Yeah, November 9th, 11/9. And we're excited that you're here for advanced training. You have chosen to show up to go up. Thank you very much. And we have some fun things to share with you guys tonight. And so get out your notepad and your pen and get ready to write down everything we say because it's super duper important. All right, Andrea, you're next.
All right, good. All right, guys, we're going to talk tonight about increasing our sales potential. Who would get excited about having? Maybe Joe can even share who could get excited about a $600 facial.
I got it. Okay, watch this. Watch this. This was one sales ticket today.
Wow, those are nice.
She got 12 eye patches.
She got one box.
Oh, I thought that said 12. Pretty sweet. So, one of the things that we thought it would be really valuable as I share, I'm just going to celebrate. Fran's not right here, but she's going to watch it later, and she's getting her guests all lined up for our event. And she had her first party yesterday. And I really was so proud of her because she has been practicing and then just really did a great job with the execution. And sometimes it's important for all of us to practice before we have our next facial or our next party. So I wanted to start us off with how simple Mary Kay created our closing. Now, as you all know, there are different parts of the presentation. We're not going to go over every part of the presentation, but when you watch Joe or hopefully myself, you'll see that we are already closing the sale in the very beginning. We are expecting the sale. We are creating the vision that tonight, when you go home and you wash your face, you're going to take the TimeWise 3D or the Repair Cleanser. You are already creating that purchase from the very beginning.
Yeah.
We also have in the party process, the table close. We're not going to talk about the table close, except Joe and I have put some things at the Facebook page for you to follow along today. And we will do a screen share in just a moment, but Joe liked my my closing sheet. So I'm just going to talk about this and the simplistic way that I teach a new consultant to close a sale. And then Joe is going to carry us into the advanced conversation after you've done a party or two and you realize, oh, people maybe didn't necessarily buy the sets that I wanted to, and how do I use the right language to guide the sale? And that's where David Cooper training has given myself and Joe a huge leg up. So that's what I'm going to start with, and Joe's going to go into the David Cooper. So I would just like to tell you, if you haven't already done so, I thought this was up earlier, but I did post this in two places. I think a couple days ago, I put it directly into Shipe Superstars, but tonight I put it under Monday night training. I know we're not Monday night. We'll change that. But this, yes, thank you, Joe. So this is what we're going to talk about. Now, this document is 2 pages. And if you could go to the second page first, Joe. The second page is something we've all used, but I have just worked and worked and worked to make it for my virtual appointments and my in-person appointments. And I think that it's pretty good. Yes, you have a customer profile card. Great. You can do all of this on the customer profile card, but I have found that this really has been helpful, especially when we're doing virtuals, and I'd like to just review it. If you want to do a tic-tac-toe party or games, then you can do prizes for tic-tac-toes. That's no problem. How I have been communicating in all of my sessions is that the tic-tac-toe is right here. let me just, it's cut off there at the top, but it says, write down all of the items you would love to earn as a hostess reward for 50% off, or what you would like to purchase today in each section of the tic-tac-toe. If you want to play a game and say the first to get 3 tic-tac-toes with what they're going to purchase today or what they want to earn as a hostess, your words are guiding the sales and your bookings. That is how during the party, I tell them, okay, how's your face feel? Do you love it? Write it in a square. And they're really engaged with what products they are enjoying through the process. Number 2, I am talking from the very beginning about their second appointment, the checkup from the neck up, and that they can indulge with a spa or hydro, like a hydrating session, or they can do more of a glamour makeup session. Which do they want to do? So they are engaging and they're telling me on this form. This is so easy, especially when you start to have your new team members. You want to show them it's a simple process. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you flip it over, and then 1, 2, 3. So number 2 is their second session. They are putting that down. Now they may say alone at this point, because we haven't gotten to number 3 yet. Number 3 is over to the right because it just is too big to be under number 2. So it is just the way it is. This is during the party after I've put on their foundation. And I say, have you guys enjoyed it? We're playing the fabulous game. And number 3, it says, my business grows. You can just read this from referrals. When you write down 20 fun, fabulous, overworked, and under-pampered friends who deserve to be treated to their own virtual pampering, you earn a bonus gift. And I'm using the 12 days of faves. And it worked really well yesterday because one person put down 20, the others stopped at around 9. Now you can say, oh, that didn't work. Fran got a whole bunch of new leads. And I think it was really successful. And I gave away one of the 12 days of faves to the girl that hit 20. Pretty darn successful. Plus, as they write down those people with the cell phone, and I tell them they must be over 20, then those people can be number 2, her guest list, so she can do it with friends. And I talk about the virtual option. So during the party, I'm already working full circle and getting that second party booked. And that's helping the hostess. Or if it's just a facial, I'm giving her that vision that she knows more people than she gives credit to, especially across the country. Now, number 4 is where we share the marketing, the quick marketing during the party. And we say, A, are you absolutely interested in signing up? B, would you like to hear more information and help me with my training? And C, no, thank you. Don't want to help you. I don't want to be at all aware of the way you make money. And I want to be a customer. So that's side 2 on this. But let's now go over to side 1. So this is during the party. And at the table close, this sheet for me helped when I built my my first Cadillac. Actually, I remember David Cooper said, when you have 3 specials, 80% of the people will choose choice B, or in this situation, it's number 2. I can always change it, but I love having a $2.99 special, something near $1.99, and something near $99. So that's what I was taught. And that's sort of why this closing sheet came to my mind. So as we're doing the party, I have just really always enjoyed focusing on what comes in the starter kit and maybe a little bit more. So if you will just help me here, pocket 1, you can see the 3D, pocket 2, microderm, because it is that good. But we talk about the charcoal in their second session. You probably do talk about oil-free eye makeup remover during the party. Micellar water, it's such a new product, but you know, it helps to do before you cleanse. And then the mask applicator can be pocket number 2. Pocket number 3 is like our dash out the door. And pocket number 4 is satin hands, satin lips, which they're doing at the sink ahead of time. So ladies, this to me has been so great because the I deserve it all. I call her Ida. I romance. I pull up the bag. In fact, I did it the other day. Oh my gosh, you guys, have y'all enjoyed everything? Well, if you fell in love like I did, let me introduce you to my new girlfriend. Her name's Ida. She's going to be your BFF. Let me tell you why she's Ida. I deserve it all, and I just am silly. And I open it up and I'm romancing how gorgeous this bag is, and how when I saw this, I had to have the bag. And then I rip off a portion, and I'm romancing how this deal is the best. This is the one where, with Christmas around the corner, you can get Christmas gifts. You can customize your bag. Bottom line is, this is what I recommend. But if you want to customize, we can make any substitution necessary. You get $399 worth of Mary Kay for, guess what? Only $299. So let's go through what I recommend. This is pocket 1. This is pocket 2. This is pocket 3. This is pocket 4. It's everything you need. And I even do payment plans. Now, if that doesn't sound good for you, so this is my tablecloths, okay? And then I say, take away pocket number 4, take away pocket number 3, you're left with pocket number 1 and number 2. And that's my second special. If this one just sounds more appropriate for you and better for you, this one is the Ultimate Miracle Set. So all you're getting is the 3D and the Microderm, but it's a great place to start, and you get the bag as your bonus gift. So that's a huge savings of $35 for free. And last but not least, the 3D Miracle Set. If we take away the Microdermabrasion, you get the 3D. And that's everything that normally would be $124 individually, but as a special, you save $14 today. Now, I am always talking about earning it as a hostess or payment plans. So then I have the hostess program that I tend to focus on, or you can be a smart shopper. You can actually create a little side hustle, and you can join the business number 5 and get all your own products, and we would have your launch party, and we can actually create some cash for you. So this is how I love to do it all on one piece of paper. If it's a virtual, then on the page number 2, it says, you have 30 minutes to turn this in to give your hostess credit. So that I have had parties virtually where the girls aren't answering their phone during the when I want to close with them. So this way, the hostess can say, hey, Jen, make sure you turn in your form and call Andrea, because I don't get credit until she gets your paper. So this is where it all came to be. The reason I feel like this is so powerful is when she's writing these things down, when you sit for the individual consultation, it becomes more easy because she's written down everything that she wants. And I'm going to finish with how to do an individual consultation. If you're brand new, inside of the flip chart, forgive me, it's hard to hold it here. Inside the, it's even hit me in her face. Inside the flip chart, well, I guess I don't have my page ready. There's a page in the flip chart for doing an individual consultation. It's not right here, so I'll just tell you that when I was with Fran, I want to keep it as simple as possible for a new person. So I actually hold this up at the individual consultation with my guest. So Fran and I were sitting there, and I said, okay, just you read number 1, Fran, and have your guest read number 2. So Fran said, did you have fun? Shake your head, smile. Number 2, the girl, she just read right from the page. What is that doing? It's teaching her that it's not rocket science, that maybe I could do this too. And so as you're going through it, it's a very basic system that Mary Kay created, but it is a great place to start. And if you haven't paid attention to the flip chart, please go and check it out, because it is an easy place for people to know how to close the entire process with each person. And that this is how they get practice, and this is how they get to count for the perfect start. Remember, we're all focused on the perfect start plus between 1 November and 15 November, right? Everybody shake your head. Do you know what that is? Who knows what a perfect start plus is? Dee's trying to tell us. Yes. Yes. 3 shares.
Sorry,
15.
15 faces, 15 days plus 3 shares.
There you go. And new faces. Your goal is new faces. And
New
so
faces,
this
yes.
will be an
I
easy
listened
way.
to her, believe it or not, Joe.
So now it's Joe's bringing it all together. And I don't think we're stopping at 5, so you can go past it, right? Okay, good. I just want
Doing
everybody to
one
know
recording.
we're gonna give you all of it. So go
Yeah.
ahead, Joe.
So I will tell you guys, I'm doing the Perfect Start Plus with you. And
Me too.
it's been super fun because, you know, I've just been really busy and I haven't really developed new customers in the last month or so. And I'm like, what feels missing? So today was so much fun and I've been having a lot of fun and I've got 3 parties booked next week. So if any of y'all want to watch or anything like that, my front door's open. Come on to Arizona. So David Cooper, are you going to share it? Oh, I got to make you a co-host, don't I?
Oh, it's in our Facebook group if you want to screen share.
It's in our Facebook group or a slideshow?
Facebook group.
Okay. Hang
I
on.
put all of the David Cooper documents all under Monday Night Live in the guides.
Okay. She's going to make me work for this, y'all. Okay. So I went to a David Cooper workshop years ago. I'm going to move y'all over there. And it literally changed my life. I memorized everything they told me to memorize. I did everything that he told us to do. And is it in guides?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And it literally changed my life. So
Go. You might want to go to the close one because
Yeah.
that I think is your.
pop down. So David Cooper, it's a proven science that what he does works. Let me open it again. There it is. Okay. Can y'all see it?
Oh, hold on. Okay, don't do that one. That one is all of his stuff. Holy moly. Okay, don't do that one.
Oh, it's good. I like this.
Well, you're not going to get to it until you scroll. The one that we go to number 2. Let me just see because shoot, I might have named it wrong. Try the number 2
Okay.
right there. The one that it's easiest for tonight is
Okay. Yeah.
this one.
So you start with ladies, or one person would be Courtney, my guest this afternoon. Were you as excited about how good you looked in that mirror as I believe you were? You know your situation a whole lot better than I do. It's up to you. I'll work with you either way. So Courtney, would you rather splurge for that extra touch of class that comes with, and I would say the IDA plan and the color for just $3.99 or $2.99 or whatever y'all are saying it is, or just the Ultimate Miracle Set for $199? Or would you feel better just starting with the TimeWise right now for $110? Whichever you'd like to do is fine with me. Now, you guys, I did glance at this, but I'm so used to saying that it literally, if I didn't think about it, it just rolls off my tongue.
Mhm.
So, you know, where do you want to start? I don't say, do you want to buy something? I don't say, you don't want anything, do you? I just say, you know your situation a whole lot better than I do. Would you rather start with that extra touch of class that we have with our IDA plan? I deserve it all. The Ultimate Miracle Set, which is a little bit less, maybe not some color, or the TimeWise Basic Set, whichever you'd like to do is fine with me, really. You hear how I made that my words? And I think that's why Andrea likes for me to do this, because I have done it so many times. I memorized it at that workshop. We had like a dinner break or an afternoon break, and we had to come back that evening for the guest event. And I went home and I started making phone calls, practicing the scripts, and I was just booking. It was crazy. And that's when I broke my own belief barrier. And I was already a director at that point. But I broke this belief barrier that you can book anybody, you can call anybody, and these scripts work. Okay. And then I would say, Courtney, were you as enthused about all the things our hostesses can earn as much as I think you were? You know, some guests get so excited. They actually book 2-3 parties so they can get 2 or 3 times as much. So which would you like to do? You want to book 2 parties, maybe group in Kansas, group in Arizona, or is one more what you had in mind right now? Whichever you'd like to do works for me. And okay, so I just kind of did that on my own because that's how I do it. But you can say either way will be fine with me. We have a bonus, $30 off your purchase at each party you hold, or 30% discount for the next 3 months off everything you order. You guys, I don't even offer this kind of stuff. I just say our hostesses get hostess credit. If they say, what's your hostess plan? That personality style wants to know all the details. So at that point, I say, okay, you get 10% of the party sales before your order towards your own order. And everyone who books a party, it adds $50 to your party sales. And then I get out a piece of paper and I go, your party just did, or this party today did $300. If she has 2 people book parties or schedule parties, that's in 50 plus 50. That's now $400. So she gets $40 in hostess credit. Is that something you could get excited about? Most people don't. They just get caught up in it and they get excited. Okay. And then, and y'all, I just did this today. Okay. We're walking out the front door and she said, my husband said, so are you going to try these products today? Or are you going to sign up to sell it? And I said, well, Courtney, I think you'd be great at this. I really do. And if it's something you think you can fit into your lifestyle, I would love to explain to you more about it. And I think the first thing we need to do is you need to be a hostess. And once you're a hostess, you'll figure out if it's something you really would love to do. But I would love to give you more information. Came back to my office, gave her the flyer, said, read this over tonight, and I'll call you in the morning. That's it. I don't make it super duper pressure. I don't make it, oh my gosh, let me give you all the facts. I mean, even the 3 things that most people want to know, I told her that, but I didn't even say the 3 things that most people want to know. I just said, well, there's a couple of options. You can start for $30. You can get the starter kit for $130, or you can get an add-on sample kit for another $45. It's up to you, however you want to work a business. But, whatever you want to do, it just works and it flows. And, when you do that 5 or 6 times a week, 5 or 6 times a day, that's when it starts flowing off your tongue. And Andrea said this earlier, and I think, she said it quickly, and I don't want y'all to miss the interpretation here because how important this is. She said, Fran practicing these scripts. The reason why David Cooper comes to me so fast, and it's just that permanent wave in my brain, is because at that workshop, he challenged us to do it 1,000,000 times, say the script with him, practice it with each other. It's like practicing it in the mirror. And so that's why those scripts come to me. Could you get excited about having an amazing skincare routine? How awesome would it be to take all these products home with you right now? And you guys, I want to tell you something, to have somebody walk out with the products and not be going, oh my gosh, now I have to order this, I have to order this, I have to order this. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have to worry next week with my 3 parties booked. I do not have to worry about walking to my shelf and not having their products.
Mm-hmm.
At least their skincare and their foundation and their microdermabrasion and their clinical solutions, all the supplements. They might wait on a lipstick, but they're not going to wait on a cleanser. They're going to say, well, never mind, I'll just get it some other time. Very important. And how easy was it for me to pop off my shelf almost $700 worth of product? Yeah, it's nice. So I just want to reiterate to you guys how important it is to be able to do that and have that freedom and flexibility and not have to think I'll have to swap with somebody or have to wait for an order or whatever. She walked out with it. What did that show her as a potential team member? Who knows what that showed her? What did that show her? Somebody unmute and tell me. What did she automatically learn, Amy?
You had the product, you were in it to sell it, and you've made the profit and you made it look easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it good.
Yeah. And I know you guys, we can use customer delivery service and things like that, but I'm telling you, there's power in the product.
Especially now, Joe, let's really reiterate what we are dealing with, and we need to be very vocal to all of our customers, that with the global supply, there's a lot of headache out there, and you are going to be finding stores. I went to the store today and shelves consistently are empty. And if you have made that decision to take your business to the next level, you've got what your customer needs, at least the majority. So I think it's really important that we tell our customers the global supply chain is not going to affect you at my boutique.
I love that. That's a great way of phrasing it. The global, say that again, the global
Supply chain.
Okay.
What did I say?
The shortage.
Yeah,
you
you will not be affected by it at my boutique.
Yeah. I mean, our church is gathering turkeys for Turkey Day to give away, and we're going to have to start buying hams.
Can't find them.
Can't find them.
No.
Or you pay a fortune for it.
Hey, Joe, let's, can we just give a moment, because there are moments where these ladies might have found in the clothes that they got a little tongue tied, or they felt like, oh no, I've recommended, but they're saying, oh, I don't want the 3D, and they're saying I want a lip gloss. And so I want to open the floor up, because here's my notice. Here's my notice. And I did speak earlier to a consultant. I said, when you're bringing them back to that, how does your face feel?
Mm-hmm.
And the flip chart doesn't really say this, but it does say, if you had just won the lottery, what would you have loved to purchase? And actually it says, what set? And I love that Fran went through that, because it forced the gal who was already loving, we only do the right side of the face on my parties. She was loving the right side of her face, even though she had Ooh La La product on the left side. But she said, oh, I think I might want a perfume. We didn't talk about perfumes. That wasn't an option. Like that was wrong answer. Let's go back. So, so that question was really helpful, because it refocused her on what she came in saying that she was frustrated with, what she came in saying she wanted to improve, and what we focused on. And so I just want to really bring that back. Has anybody found that they have had a situation in the individual consultation where, even though you've done all that, you're not having somebody say, yes, I see the value of the system, and then Joe and I could answer how to turn it around?
I know Vicki sells a lot of repair, right, Vic? Yeah. Do you have a technique of how you close the repair? And what do you do if someone says, I just want to get a lipstick this time?
Oh, unmute.
Okay. I just believe in the repair so much myself. I think I just sell it myself. And if I have anyone that I know, and I do a little pre-judging here, and I don't want to say judging, just I don't want to present the repair wear to somebody that I know they cannot afford, probably even the 3D set. So when I do my repair wear, it's to my ladies that I know can afford to do the repair wear. Doesn't mean I'm not going to talk to it about everybody, but there's no need in getting somebody really excited about something and then they get the price and they just go, oh, there's no way I can do that. So I think this goes back to my decorating background, that I used to always ask people what they could afford to do before I would ever start working with them.
Wow.
But it just, I kind of classify my people in different categories because I try and keep them together. I sell very few of the 3D sets only because I don't have a lot of young customers. But when I do have young customers, then I do sell the 3D. I think I froze up.
That's okay. We can hear you.
Looks like the computer might have froze up. Okay.
We can hear you.
But that's all I can say about it. And I do use it. I preach it. I eat it. I drink it. I I mean, I go through one of those sets every 2 months myself. So when somebody, I'm calling them back to order, and I'm very frank with them, they'll say, well, it's been 6 months, but I've still got quite a bit left. And I just say, well, you're not using it. They go, what do you mean I'm not using it? If you're using it, it'll last you 3 months. And if you don't use something consistently, I don't care if it's Mary Kay, Lancome, Estee Lauder, I don't care what it is. If you don't use it consistently, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's just the way I do it. And that's why you have so many reorders, I think.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. And I will tell you guys, she bought the 3D today because she is in her late 20s. But,
Mhm.
you know, if you met Courtney, like at the church or Bible study or something, in her t-shirt and her blue jeans, you would never think she was about to write a check for $600 for product.
Right. Yeah. You have to be careful with it. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, when someone says, I'm cleaning out all my makeup, I want to start all over my skincare, y'all, there's nothing wrong with saying, what's your beauty budget look like? You know, do you have a
Mhm.
beauty budget, and what does that look like? Let me see how I can work with your beauty budget.
Mhm.
You know, I think in today's world, people would rather know than not know. And there are some parties where I tell the prices right up front. Like if I think that's a
Mhm.
concern, or the hostess says it's a concern, I will actually say, I'm going to start with my closing sheet, so that as you're trying this product, you understand how valuable, not how expensive, how valuable it is. And what you're getting right
Mhm.
now, just this little bit of product, you know, this is like getting a $65 facial. You see how I turned from
Mhm.
this could be too expensive, and I'm going to show you how valuable this product is. And you just put the
Mhm.
closing sheet out there. And then they're thinking, okay. And then they're trying it and going, oh, this feels pretty good. And I think I like this.
Mhm.
And you guys, I do a lot of romancing the product in the way that I say, now, when you have this in your bathroom, you know, you might want to consider, after using it for a few days, you know what, I want a second cleanser because I want one in my shower and one at my sink. You know, you could get 2 brushes, but if you're going to keep a brush in one or the other and you shower every day, I would keep the brush, you know, right like next to your sink so you can keep it charged. Do you have a
Mhm.
place right there where you can plug in your cleansing brush? Okay, well, it's a USB charger, so that works out really well. And then I say, okay, so with your brushes, do you have a little cup and a drawer? I have like a little drawer with all my brushes in a cup. Would that work for you in your bathroom? And they're like, yeah, actually, I would probably put it up right next to the sink. Okay, do you have a pretty little cup you can put all your brushes in? That makes it nice. They're seeing it. They're seeing it. They're seeing it. You know, and I'll
Yeah.
say, you know, you go to the gym almost every day. You might want to think about getting a second set, so you're not switching stuff back and forth. Yeah, in the bathroom and on the go. Absolutely. You know, y'all, you've got to kind of think outside the box a little bit, and don't think you're being pushy. You're informing. You're informing. You know, how do you work? Do you like convenience, or do you mind carrying your cleanser back and forth to your shower? You more of a convenience girl, or you want it easy? And she even said, she goes, you know, I think I may actually get a second set.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
So there was 2 things I was going to say. And one, I think is really important. When you see my set, sometimes people say, "Ugh, you're giving 100 away." I want everyone to think, especially if you're brand new, and I know people are watching the recording, there has been so much proven success with having a customer start out head to toe Mary Kay. Even if I give away quite a bit at that first appointment, the success of that person being a hostess, being a solid PCP client for longer than somebody who says, oh, maybe I'll just start with the basic, not even the time-wise set, just the basic, and build up. So I just want to encourage you. That's why I feel strongly about it's okay to give big up front, because that's also the person that's going to work to get her product as a hostess to eliminate one of the payments if she needs that. Now, the other thought I wanted to say, and Joe and I have been around for a while, and when Fran was looking at her party, one of the comments she said is, wow, I definitely noticed I have to pay more attention to the time. And so what I want to encourage you, just what Joe said, when you work quickly in the beginning, you got to have enough time that you don't shortchange your table close and shortchange the opportunity to be one-on-one. But Joe and I think we did it maybe the same, David Cooper. I think you did it before me, but then I went to David Cooper when I was a new consultant on your team. The closet analogy. And that's really something I want to encourage you to find an analogy. Some people have pulled up other brands and said, you know, yeah, I know you might think $205 for the repair seems a lot, but did you go into Murad, seen the prices lately? And there's a wonderful picture that shows the retinol for Kiehl's is $780, and it's like 4 items. I know, you know, all of these higher end brands, you can spend triple. So I think that that analogy is good, but also we were taught the close your eyes. So how this works is you tell everybody the numbers, but you don't want them to be thinking of the numbers. You want to bring them back to the benefit, bring their mind back to the benefit. So it's very important. And I wasn't able to do this yesterday because I had to leave. The party went a little longer, but you share the numbers and then put it all down and everybody closes their eyes. And you're going to do the table, the closet close and the complimenting. This is a 2-part reason. The closet close is I want you to go in your closet. Now, it's been hard with the pandemic, so this is might have to tweak it a little bit, but we go in the closet and I want you to think of that $1 million outfit. You're going to have your reunion. You're going to have a wedding. You're going to do whatever is going to be a big deal. Yeah. I want you to pick out your shoes. I want you to pick out your jewelry. I want you to pick out your lingerie. I mean, my stupid shaper is like $60. Then of course you got your hose, because we do need those every once in a while, jewelry, everything. Now add it all up. How much does that one outfit cost? I mean, shoes alone are $75. So, I mean, sometimes I'll have people say, oh, 100. That's very few. But when people say, oh, probably 500, I say, great. How many times this last month did you wear it? None. How many times this past quarter? None. How many times this past year? Maybe once. Then what makes more sense? Spending that kind of money on something you barely wear in a year, or something that you're going to be using twice a day that's less than a cup of coffee a day. So you're giving analogies, and it really is where, I mean, Joe's such a master at analogies. And then of course the compliment time is helpful because it's going to have you shut your mouth because you're already the salesperson. And now I'm going to say, okay, everybody gets to compliment our hostess. We're going to start with her. What do you love most about the right side of her face versus the left? And then everybody's going to compliment Joe. And Dee says, girl, you need that. Like the right side is lifted, and they're telling each other the truth. And if you haven't done those, this is a good reminder, Amy.
Yeah, and the closet close is so much fun because I always hold the bag up and I go, so did it cost 100? A little higher, a little higher. Okay. Did it cost like 200? A little higher, a little higher. Yeah. You're including the jewelry, right? And it's just, they start laughing and they're like, yeah, but I didn't tell my husband. We have that kind of payment plan. Amy, what?
So do you have anybody that ever complains about taking half of it off? Like we've done like face naked half off and the other side Mary Kay, but with comparing the two, like what they're currently wearing. Any thoughts on that one? Like everybody's pretty good with it or no?
So here's how, so I always do half the face for skin. And I don't do cleanser on the whole face. I do only half the face. And I go all the way to face primer. I do the foundation primer is still half the face, but then I do foundation the entire face. So they're not really lopsided. They are a little, but I'm not focused on the eyes if we're not doing eyes, the eyes are the same. If we are doing a dash out the door, which we did yesterday, yes, I am letting them put on the liquid eyeshadow on both, the mascara on both, and then a lip gloss. So they're not completely lopsided, but the skin, the noticeable difference with foundation on an unconditioned skin versus the other side is very noticeable.
Okay, thank you.
And I've started going back to that on virtual because I noticed I wasn't having the kind of sets sold. So I'm just going right back to this. And I know we got to sort of wrap things up for our event tonight, but I got to tell you, I just find even if I'm giving that sheet of paper up front and they can see the prices, I just tell them we're going to go over all of that later, but it doesn't bother me when they're looking at that closing sheet, because of course we're working primarily on the other side, but I'm fine with them seeing it because quite honestly, I do the same thing when I'm at Pampered Chef. I'm like, all right, how much is this sucker? Just tell me up front. Is it $4.99? Okay, now I can listen. I can see if it's a value. Do I really want a panini press that has an air fryer that also is a Instapot all-in-one? Like it allows me to contemplate. And so I'm okay with that. I don't feel as good when I'm like the salesy, now I'll show you the numbers, but it's a personality. And that's why I think it's fine for me to give it out in the beginning.
Yeah. And I'll tell you guys, I usually do. I just say, unless like today with Courtney, I knew her budget. And by the way, she just texted me and said she wants to join our unit. I gave her the Zoom link. I said, jump on and say hi. So, yeah.
And we need to do the other stuff because we have to time off and do our makeup soon.
Okay, let's do it.
You want me to do screen share or you?
Hang on.
We've got some good fun stuff that I'm excited to tell you about.
Okay. I gotta move everything. Okay, let's get through this. This is so stinking fun. You guys, I am doing this. I'm just loving it. I get to color. I feel like a kinder. I really do. I feel like a kinder. I love it. So fun. Y'all don't think we do this stuff? This is fun.
Well, wait a minute, Joe, ask who had at least 5 IPAs or who's colored in at least one.
Who's colored? Amy, are you using the turkey? No. Oh, you gotta use the turkey, girl.
I just saw it.
Oh, I posted it earlier last week.
You can transfer everything over. It's so cute. Yeah, these are so fun to do this turkey. I love it. If you have kids, have your kids do it as colored in as you do it. I love it. Who had at least 5 IPAs this past week? Who had at least 10? All right, Dee, give yourself 5 points. Amy, give yourself 10, 15. Give yourself 10 points. Tracking. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Okay, who's gotten their jewelry already?
No.
What? Oh. Okay. All right. We are tracking Star, you guys. We've got basically a month and a week to finish up Star. So let's wrap that up. I want this watch because, I need another watch. Okay. Don't forget about the 12 days of faves. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I showed it to my customer today. I've been showing it to everybody. And this is what I follow up with. And I learned this from Andrea. And the best part is it doesn't scream Christmas. So Mother's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, baby showers, wedding showers, it wraps beautifully. And when you open it, it's like, oh, I'm telling you, they're going to sell out. Okay. So Andrea, talk about our events real quick. This is good.
So excited. Okay. Who loved our pink pop-up last year that we did where every hour on the hour, we presented a special and it was all in our Facebook group and you guys were having killer sales. Who remembers this? Okay. So we are doing it next Tuesday. And yes, it is a work day, but guess what? We're going to have it in our Shy Power of Pink so that they can go back at any time and you can give them the special however long you want, and it is going to predate our Pink Week. So Walmart's doing Black Friday now. They're doing like Black Friday month. So why not do it now? And then you don't have so much stress on you after Turkey Day. So how this is going to work is it will be in Power of Pink, and I will I've got to go through, it looks like it might be a 12-hour, like it's going to be a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And so for every hour I'm posting something, and they will be able to text you if they want to take advantage of the deal. And then that night, Joe and I are going to go live. We might even have a guest consultant on or two, and you might be one of our guests. And of course, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the gift ideas, and you might see our Know Me. You might see our satin hands wrapped up. You might see our 12 days of faves that we talk about. So we're going to give gift galore ideas and do basically a virtual open house live.
It's gonna be good. Take advantage, guys, especially if you're not doing your own open house, use ours. Use us, okay? And this is another great graphic on it. Love this.
I'm just telling you, I got these graphics thanks to Ori Hathaway National. I found, y'all know, just so you know, I snoop, and that's how I get so much good stuff. So just, send me some love.
All right, save the date, save the date, save the date. All right, here's our announcements. Again, save the date. We, of course, y'all are all into this new format. I want to encourage you guys to please, please, please go from here to Power of Pink, even if you don't have guests, because one of the things it will do is it will make you want to have guests, because you're like, why are my people missing this? Okay, so we've got our November teams. We want to recognize them. Move into your red jacket. Oh my gosh, how close are you? Move into team leader. How close are you? Wanted to talk to you guys too. You've got to get your pop forms to your director by the 3rd of the month, unless the meetings fall a little funky, and we always let you know that. But then turn in your I want a prize, because we want to give you prizes. Okay, we want to. These are we only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people turn in their weekly accomplishments. You guys, oh my word. Yeah. And he's like, but I mean, I'm telling you right now, accountability. Even if you didn't sell anything, you put $1 and we're golden. Okay. New faces, give yourself 10 points for every new face. And we are going to jump to, I think that's all we're going to do for tonight. Did we have one more? Nope, that's it. Okay, we're going to stop our share. So we want to spend the next 6 minutes. We want to, since we're a small group, I feel like
We have to get ready.
I know some of our best talks are when we have a small group. So moving forward, what do y'all want to get training on? What do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about gift service? Do you kind of know what you're going to do there? Have you contacted husbands? Are you selling gift certificates? Are you walking around town with a cute little basket with all these gifts in it? With your business cards? Y'all, you're missing out. Okay. Just when you go to the grocery store, have your basket sitting there. When you go to church, put your basket next to you. People are going to say, what is that? Oh, that's just, to let you know I have a gift service. Here's my card. Here's this, here's that. It's so important. You get the word out. You open your mouth, open your mouth, open your mouth. I want to tell you guys something. I've been going to my church for 6 years. I did an eye demonstration on Allison Walwork. Y'all all met her if you came to Fall Retreat 2 years ago. And she pumped up my business so much that everybody, all these women that have seen me and known me for the past 5.5, 6 years, they see me in the pink Cadillac. They see me dressed. That's one thing I hear from the husbands all the time. Joanna, you are always dressed so nice. And their wives hear them say that. And, I'm like, thank you. Oh, your wife is beautiful too. You're such a lucky man. But, when they see that over and over, and then all of a sudden you have someone who's of influence post something or do an Instagram or say something, all these women were like, the one thing I said last Thursday morning when I did her eyes is I said, most women learn how to do their makeup in high school or college and they never change it. Makeup is fun. We have choices. As women, we have choices. If a man is ugly, he's stuck with it. Women, we got all kinds of choices. I made them laugh at me, laugh at themselves. And I said, if you have not changed your makeup since high school or college, you need to call me because you need me. I promise you, your friends are too polite to tell you, but you need me. And they were laughing. I had so many women that, y'all, they say good morning to me every Sunday. They talk to me. They're part of my Bible study. They all booked appointments. Open your mouth. It's amazing what happens, Eugenia Boyd says, when you open your mouth. Okay, we got to jump over to Power Pink and we're going to stop our recording.